Thank y'all for joining us today on this beautiful Friday. Weekly win streak is back. Both of us are off winning days. TP3 is off a sweep, a full fucking sweep. Guys, it's time. It's time to lock in. 56 straight days of football is upon us. We have 55 left. 55. 4 great college football games today.
Whoa. I don't know about great, but we have college football games today.
Yeah, any football is great football for me. But T-Pizzle, it's the freaking weekend. Are you excited? Do you have any good plans? How are you?
Dude, so interesting thing here. So I just sent out my entire football card to my VIP for Saturday. And I didn't really plan for this. I honestly hate late night games, but the Arizona and Texas Tech game, I'll give you all a hint. Tune in tomorrow morning. I'll be dropping a free play in that game for y'all, but on the show. But that actually graded as one of my strongest plays on the entire slate. So it looks like not only am I going to be up until, dude, that game's going to take forever with these defenses. I'd say that game will be over around 2 a.m., maybe 2:30, and then I have a play on the 9:30 London game. So I'm not even going to be partying this weekend. I'm probably not really going to get any sleep. So yeah, I'm very excited, bro. Let's put it that way.
Fully locked in. This guy is ready to rock. Yeah, we're talking about 4-hour sleep window because you got to give yourself an hour for celebration after you cash that fucking late night.
Dude, yeah, I couldn't fall asleep last night. I had such a rush after the Falcons got the dub. But what about you, man? What do you got? Any big plans for the weekend?
No big plans. Hopefully just watching a lot of football, eating a lot of good food, and watching a lot of good football.
Yeah, no, that sounds like a great plan. Also, I wanted to go ahead and make this disclaimer for the people rolling in here right now. If y'all ever watch me on TikTok live, look, if y'all watch me on there, on TikTok, you can't openly talk about gambling. So that's why I just kind of talk about sports and loosely talk about the games, because if you give anything too opinionated or something like that, they'll block you and shadow ban your account. So in order to avoid that and be able to go live on there, I talk more loosely about it on here. We're straight up about it. There's no pussyfooting around. There's no tiptoeing around. This is a straight gambling content show. So yeah, so it is way different. So if y'all see me on TikTok live and you're like, yo, what do you think about this line? And I'm just like, I think these teams are both an interesting game. This team is X advantage. This team is X advantage. That's why. So, yeah, there's no fucking around on this show, man. This is straight gambling on this show. So we'll go ahead and tell y'all that. But bro, how about my Falcons, baby? Like, wow. I'm still like living off a high from that win last night. I mean, what a game, dude. Like, to see first of all, my boy, I told y'all, Drake London legacy game last night. Drake London is him. If he didn't go down with that concussion at one point in the game, he probably would have had 14 or 15 catches. I mean, Kadarius Hodge, what a story. Just what a win, dude. Kirk Cousins threw for a franchise record 501 yards yesterday that hit the swag surf with the crowd. Like, dude, I actually love this team, honestly. Like, it is awesome time to be a Falcons fan. We've had so much losing. We had to deal with Desmond Ridder, Marcus Mariota, man. It just feels good to win. I know the defense was dog water, but Jesse Bates got the strip when we needed, got the turnover we needed. And, dude, the fan base is hyped up right now. Like, it's a great time to be a Falcons fan right now.
Yeah. Surely is. Man, what a rush it was. That fumble at the end there, unreal.
Dude, and Koo missing the field goals too. Like, I don't know if y'all follow me on Twitter. I've been an anti-Koo guy. I'll take it back. Koo did end up coming in clutch, even though he screwed us. But Koo last season missed the biggest field goals of the entire season. And in the preseason, when he missed like 3 field goals against the Ravens, I let all hell break loose. I guess he wasn't trying in the preseason. We'll go with that. But I mean, Koo came up clutch. He made the 2 kicks when we needed him the most the last 2 weeks. And Kirk Cousins, man, got it done for us. So, dude, I'm feeling good right now. I feel like we're going to win the division. Like I said, I'm feeling good about my Falcons over 9.5 wins ticket. And it's awesome, man. Like, the entire city's embracing the team. Everybody's posting. Like, the thing about Atlanta, it's a very fair weather fan town. The Braves are always good, so Atlanta always rides with the Braves. But like the Hawks, nobody really cares about them unless they make the playoffs and actually get to the second round. But like the Falcons, dude, the Falcons are good. Like, the city loves the Falcons the most of any of their teams. But when the Falcons suck, everyone turns on them so quickly. And I mean, honestly, I can't blame them though. Like, I mean, we were trash for like 6 years, so it feels good to be all the way back.
Yeah. And after the Super Bowl debacle, we really like that you guys are, balling again. We love it.
Yeah, hey, knock on wood, Falcons making the playoffs for show this year. So, yeah, man, that was awesome. But, we had another insane finish, too. Me and Bro got fucked by the Mets on Wednesday night. Last night, Pete Alonso got us back. I don't know if you saw I don't know if you know John Boy Media or not, but he made a video earlier breaking down Devin Williams was tipping his pitches, and that's how the Mets took advantage of him. I'm not going to lie to y'all. When they hit those 2 home runs, I looked at my roommate and I said, they might as well be down 10-0 at this point in time. The Mets are not going to score tonight. And when they had runners at the corners, when Lindor got walked, I was like, all right, whatever. And then Vientos struck out. I was like, man, this ain't going anywhere. But when Nemo got the hit, I kind of felt good about it. I was going to let all hell break loose on Pete Alonso. I was going to be like, this fat douchebag is in his contract season yelling, throw it again against the Braves last year. He's never been the same player since. I was about to just rip into him because he also dropped a routine foul ball as well earlier in the game. I was about to lay into him. I think I was about to make a video, honestly, and just rip into Pete Alonso. And then he hit the 3-run homer, and all sins are forgiven. Now he's just a douchebag.
No, yeah, that was sick. Fuck the Mets. But I was really happy for you. When I saw it, it's the first thing I thought of was, TP. TP, he got a cash there.
Dude, so my living room, we have 2 TVs. So the Falcons on the main TV and the other TV had the Mets. And my roommate was not even really paying attention to the Mets game. He bet on the Falcons game with me, though. And when they hit the home run, I jumped up. I was like, oh, let's go. Freaking out. He looked at me like, what is this guy? I was like, dude, they just hit a 3-run homer. It's like, the Mets are going to win.
Yes, dude.
Bro, I couldn't believe it, dude. And if y'all been watching the show, me and Bro took some of the worst breaks you could possibly take over the last 3 weeks. And just to see not 1 but 2 breaks go our way in the same nights, I've been telling everybody we will not keep losing this way. What comes around goes around. And finally, it came around to us last night, guys. The vibes are high.
The vibes are higher than ever. Higher than ever.
Yeah, and also I want to give Bro some props here. Great call on Sam Houston State. I was a bum and laid off that one with you. UTEP's a special kind of bad. I was watching that game on my side TV once the Mets game was over just because I like to try to get eyes on these teams, especially when they're playing in more standalone windows. And, dude, UTEP is even worse than I thought they were, honestly. I can't believe there were so many tout services and stuff saying UTEP +10, UTEP money line, all this stuff. I was like, Sam Houston State, I just had a hard time stomaching laying double digits with them on the road. But, that one was easy.
Yeah. It was very little sweat. 17-7 at halftime. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Is this going to be a nail biter? But then they put the foot on the gas second half and just took off.
Yeah, dude. At that point, bro, you have to blow these guys out. So as of right now, the Falcons are plus 2,800 to win the Super Bowl. I don't hate it. I really don't hate it. But that is also me being extremely biased. Hit 2 bets in the Mets game. Got lucky in the second one. Hey, let's go, David. But look, guys. We know why all y'all are on here. Also, tap in with us tomorrow. Hit that follow button wherever you're watching, whether you're on Twitter, YouTube. I think those are the only 2 ways to watch this show right now. So if you're on Twitter or YouTube, hit the like button, guys, and hit that follow button right now. Tomorrow morning, we'll be back on here like we do. Last week, we had 115 people in here watching us live. See if we can't top it again this week. We're going to be dropping free plays for y'all in college football, talking about breaking down all the biggest matchups of the week. I don't know if we'll go. Bro, what are you doing on Sunday?
I don't know. I'm going to church, watching football.
Okay, so I don't know if we'll go live or not on Sunday. I'll be up watching the London game. I'm not good at doing live streams while I watch games because I react really heavily when I'm watching games. So I'll be sitting there, I'll just get too sidetracked to ADHD. So yeah, I say no show Sunday, but I'll probably go live on TikTok on Sunday at halftime or something. So tune in for that. But anyway, guys. All our plays every single day are over on SoBet. Let me put the logo in here so y'all can see it. There it is, SoBet. That's where we post all our plays every single day right now. I have 2 best bets up over there right now in college football tonight. You know what? If you're on the show right now, you're going to get them both for free. Bro's got tons of plays over in his VIP. I have all 8, including my 2 max plays, posted over in my VIP on SoBet. Tonight, I will be launching more NFL plays. So go ahead, click that link in both of our bios to get all our plays. Football is here, guys, 56 days in a row. Let's start it off tonight, bro. We got 4 games right now. Let's go ahead and break them down. Let's start out here with the early game here. We're going to go to Kennesaw State versus Jacksonville State here. This game, Kennesaw State is my alma mater. This game's played at Kennesaw State. But I value my time and my Friday night too much to take my ass out to Kennesaw to watch these boys get dusted. 17-point road favorites here for Jacksonville State. Totals at 49.5. You doing anything in this game?
No. Jacksonville State's fucked me once too many times. I'm 0-2 betting on them this year. and I refuse to touch it. Refuse to touch it. So I'm off it. How about you?
Wait, we cashed against Jacksonville State in that Louisville game, though. Remember?
Yeah, fading them.
Yeah, exactly. Jacksonville State is the fourth. It's either the third or fourth worst defense in terms of yards per game in all of college football. You think I'm going to lay 17 points with them against Kennesaw State? Get the fuck out of here. There's no chance we're going to. Kennesaw State is a bottom 10 offense, though, in all of college football. They also have a bottom 40 defense as well. Kennesaw State's 0-4 and just got smoked by Tennessee Martin, who's an FCS school. I mean, Kennesaw State's only win this season might be versus UTEP. That actually might be both teams' only chance to win a game, Kennesaw State versus UTEP. So with all that being said, if you waste 17 points here at Jacksonville State, or if you take Kennesaw State, I hope you cash. But if you're laying 17 points here at Jacksonville State, you're an absolute psychopath is all I have to say to you. So I would not touch this game with a 10-foot pole. I'm probably just going to watch it because I'm a sicko and I need to watch my alma mater play a game. So I'm going to watch this game and just laugh at how awful both these teams are. Next game up here, though, we do have a battle of the new look Big 12. Houston versus TCU, 16.5-point favorites here for TCU. The total in this game is at 51. Anything for you in this game?
Yeah. I have 2 plays over on SoBet.
Okay.
We're going to give you one of them.
Okay.
And I'm fine with laying the points with TCU. All 16.5 of them. Okay? Listen, I know Houston played Oklahoma close, and that's like a measuring stick. But they also just got blown out at home by Cincinnati. Okay? TCU is the number 2 passing offense in the entire nation. Houston's pass defense is not good. And for a team that hasn't scored in 8 quarters of football, getting out to a slow start against a TCU team that's gotten out to a really hot start in a lot of their games just this year, I don't think it's going to bode very well for them. And also, don't forget, when Houston did play Oklahoma, it was that other quarterback. It wasn't this like running guy that's super dynamic. It was that other quarterback. So I don't see Houston being able to put up enough points to stay with TCU. TCU is going to run up and down the field on these guys, and I'm okay with laying the points there.
Yeah. Honestly, man, when I look at these two these two teams, this is a game that I just can't figure out what's going to happen here. So Houston's defense is not is garbage. Yeah, Houston scored 0. Good call out, Diamond Ramirez. I was about to say the same thing. Houston hasn't scored a point in 2 weeks of play. Feels like they got to score at least one here. TCU's defense is bad. They've gotten destroyed in the last 3 weeks, really. They've given up a ton of points. But, I mean, Houston's offense is a special kind of bad. They have one of the worst offenses I think I've ever seen play college football at a P5 level. This team is fucking terrible on offense. I mean, I can't even put in words for y'all. There's no stat I can give you for how awful this offense truly is. With all that being said, I'm not lining up to bet on TCU with how bad their defense is. Josh Hoover can sling the ball around, though. I mean, in my opinion, I could only take TCU, but this game is impossible for me to even have a bet on.
It's fair.
When I capped it, I was like, okay, Houston can't score, but TCU's defense is bad. TCU does have an offense. Honestly, if TCU was playing a decent team with a 51 total, the over would be a max play. But it's just the fact that Houston Houston is one of the most inept offenses I've ever seen. So I'm just not going to touch this game whatsoever. But I think TCU is the only way to play this game, if I'm being honest with y'all. So I'm with Bro on this one. If you put a gun to my head, I'm taking TCU, and I'm probably going to take the over, but I'm just not going to bet on this game. I'm not relying on Houston to do a fucking thing for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's very fair. TP3, what's the next game? What's the next game on the slate here?
Yeah, next game here on the slate. Let's see here. Sorry, I was responding to a text message. Okay, so our next game up here, I have plays in both these games here. So we'll go with Syracuse and UNLV here. UNLV's laying 6 at the crib, and the total in this game is at 55.5. You got anything in this game, bro?
I do have a play in this game over on SoBet in the VIP, and that is where it will stay.
All right, I'll break it down.
I will. I'll concede to you, but I'll just say, be very careful. Be very careful. Tread light. Tread lightly. This
So,
line makes no. I'm telling you, this is an overreaction. TB3, take it away. I know exactly where you're going with this, and you probably are going way sharper than I can even imagine.
yeah, so honestly, when I look at this game tonight, guys, like, first of all, I think that UNLV upgraded changing quarterbacks. So I'm gonna go ahead and make that disclaimer here. I think UNLV upgraded changing quarterbacks. I mean, you look at Saluka, sure, he can run the ball. The dude had a 43% completion percentage playing against garbage teams. I mean, that guy could not throw the ball for worth a damn. If Kansas knew how to spy a quarterback, they would have beat them by 2 touchdowns, but they don't. I'm with David on this one, man. I'm taking Syracuse plus 6.5 points. You look at UNLV. I mean, who is UNLV? What win are we like? Are we bragging about UNLV on here? They beat an FCS team. They beat Fresno State. They beat who we just trashed, Houston, as being the worst offense we've ever seen. And then they beat a Kansas team that has won one game all season long. It was against an FCS school. I don't know what win how we got 6 points here. The line should be 3.5, in my opinion, to get a touchdown here. I'll gladly take the points here with Syracuse. Syracuse is top 20 pass offense, and they're top 20 in pass success rate. They're also 26th in drive quality. UNLV, while they rallied the troops last week and they were talking big shit after the win was over, this feels like the letdown spot. They finally cracked the top 25. There's an old system I used to love. When you play your first game as a ranked opponent, you fade that team. UNLV falls into that trend. It was I think it was like a 62% trend. I actually stopped tracking it the COVID year and kind of stopped really playing it because I kind of changed up my strategy and not playing as many underdogs. But, I mean, Kyle McCord can swing the ball around. As long as he doesn't throw interceptions here, this game should be tighter than people want it to be. I think Syracuse plus 6.5 is the spot. UNLV will probably win this game by 3. I could also see a path for Syracuse to win outright more times than not, so I'll take the points.
Yeah, I like it. Also, Syracuse generates a lot of turnovers. Their defense gets a lot of turnovers, man.
Yeah, I will say the total coming down to 55.5. I lean pretty heavily on the over. If this was at 52.5, I would have played the over instead of Syracuse. So still a little outside of my comfort zone by those 3 points, but I still think the over is a decent look in this game. Both offenses will put up points in this game tonight. I don't expect to see a 13-24 type game. The other game tonight, guys, we have the Big Ten. Matt, I love this Big Ten Friday night thing, by the way. This is awesome. They added this in there. We got Michigan State on the road at the Ducks. The total in this game is at 52. And Oregon's currently laying 23.5 points here in this game. You doing anything here?
I am. And this will be over on the main feed on SoBet here in a moment. But, guys, I'm here to tell you, do not be surprised if we see Sparty go in to Eugene, Oregon, and come out straight up with a W. Straight up with a W. Listen, I've seen look-ahead spots before. This is primetime look-ahead. First season in the Big Ten. Oregon's really only big game against Ohio State next week in their house. You think they're really thinking about this game right now? You think they're thinking about Michigan State? I'm telling you, they're going to sneak. Michigan State, are they great? No. But listen, they played Maryland close on the road. Tough Big Ten school. They've played everybody. They've covered both times on the road. They've covered both times. And the other thing, why are we crowning Oregon here? They didn't really look good against Idaho at all. They didn't look great against UCLA last week. I mean, that's a team they should have blown the doors off of.
Yep.
I'm just saying, I'm taking Michigan State plus the fucking points. Michigan State, buy it up to 24. That's what I did. I said, fuck it. We're at 23.5 here. Let me just get myself an extra field goal. That's 2 touchdowns and a field goal, and you push. For them to lose by that, I'm telling you. Do we not think that Michigan State is better than Idaho? Do we not think that what do we... Guys, Michigan State's better than UCLA. I think Michigan State can win straight up, and I think they cover. Am I crazy?
I think win straight up is pretty crazy, but I think covering here is exactly what I think. So I'm taking them to cover as well, the 23.5 points. mean, when I look at this matchup here tonight, Oregon's offense has failed to create explosives, really. I mean, they were a punt return and a punt return and a kickoff return for a touchdown against Boise State away from this line probably being 17.5, which I think is what the line should be in this game. I've got it almost a full touchdown off from what it should be. I mean, Oregon has no explosion in this offense. They're mostly a run team at this point in time. Michigan State's defense is good. Like, I'm not going to say they're an elite unit, but they're a top 40 unit so they're top 40 nationally in defensive EPA. They're also top 40 in defensive havoc and defensive finishing drives. Oregon's struggling right now on offense, guys. Oregon's standard down offense 114th in explosiveness, and they're 84th in running play explosiveness. I think Oregon's just going to methodically move the ball down the field and score some points. I almost took Michigan State's team total over 14.5, and I kind of liked the over a little bit. But, like, I think Oregon might come out a little sloppy here. And even if they go up 14 out the gate, who cares? We still have plenty of time to cover the spread. I think Michigan State's going to score somewhere between 14 and 17 points. And I don't think Oregon's going to get 45 points on the board. So I think we can keep it inside the number here.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I really do. Now,
Giles is a big arm. Like, if there's a blown coverage or something, we can get a long touchdown. Or, like, if Oregon will probably pull the starters at some point. I think we can easily backdoor this thing or anything like that. Like, I think we're going to have plenty of chances to keep this inside the number. Like, I don't get the respect Oregon's getting either. Like, I've not seen one impressive thing out of Oregon yet. If they come out tonight and blow the doors off Michigan State, so be it. Take my money. But like Bro said, Ohio State's on deck. You think they're really concerned about a game where they're 23.5 point favorites? I don't.
Yeah, they're going to keep it very vanilla. And here's, guys, if you want a sneaky VIP, I'm so sorry. Don't hate me. But if you want, we got to give it to the people. We got it. I truly think the sneakiest plus money play, crazy value, is none other than Oregon to win the first quarter by 1 to 6 points. Instead of taking Michigan State plus 6.5 first quarter, I think Oregon will win the first quarter. But listen, Michigan State and Ohio State at the end of the first quarter was 3-0 Buckeyes. Okay? So hear me out. It's plus 450. Oregon to win by 1 to 6 points in the first quarter, plus 450 by itself.
Yeah, and also, too, if you're scared tonight, I love that look. If you're scared, if Oregon starts slow at halftime, you're probably going to be able to get Oregon's second half by something and have a chance to even middle this bet. So, if you're scared, I think you're going to have a chance to middle this thing as well. I'm probably not going to try to middle it. I'm just going to let it ride. But this is a number where you can definitely find a middle at some point if Oregon shows out the way we think they will. But yeah, that's all we got for tonight, guys. We got 4 games on the board. There's some best bets for y'all. Bro, anything else you want to say, man, before we get up out of here?
No, man. Just really thankful for you, dude. Really thankful for you. I'm hoping you're having a great week, going into a good weekend. Let's fucking ride some positive momentum, man. It's our time. It's our time. We've been throwing the locks. We've been on the right side of the play, wrong side of the result. And it's here to change. It's here to change. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in on this Friday. Hope you guys had a great week doing whatever you do. Working, being a mom, being a dad, being a parent, being a brother, sister, mother, anything. Thankful for you guys for tuning in. This is the weekly win streak. Tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. Eastern, we are going to, David, you're a legend. We're going to break down all of the college football slate. It's going to be one of the best shows we've ever had. So if you miss it, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. You're just missing out. That's it. TP3, what about you? You got anything to say to the people?
Yeah, appreciate all you guys coming in here. Hey, bro, I'm thankful for you too, man. Glad we could come on here and do this show. This was electric today. Let's cash these bets, guys. Let's get some fucking money. Bring those no